Hey Scott, hope you're doing fine. So here is the dal recipe, okay? So we're going to start on that. So we did all the prep work, so it's easy for you to see it. So I have this oil. I use the peanut oil. It's kind of uh, getting heated up. As you can see, it's on the heating section. And it's almost ready. It's on the saute, so you need to let it just heat it. Also, these peanuts, I had already kind of semi-fried them and sorted them, and then took it out. So because it takes a little bit of time, so that's ready to go. Okay, so now let's start with the ingredients. So here you have cilantro. This is the top of cilantro, which we will use at the end. This is the bottom of it that will be used in the initial part. This is the curry leaves, pepper, some cloves, ginger, some grated coconut, tomatoes, and some greens. In this case, it's a kale we had in the fridge. So
Collard.
This is kale or collard? I think it's
Kale.
kale. Yeah, it's a
Frozen kale.
yeah, frozen kale. Anything you want to make it like green inside. And again, all these things are optional in the sense, even if you don't have one or two things, that's no problem. You just use what you have or what you can get. Okay. In the meantime, we have soaked the dal. I mean, we use the combination of moong and masoor, but you can just go with moong or masoor or whatever dal you like. Okay. And then we have this masalas that we will use. This is the what we call as rye, mustard seeds. This is the cumin seeds. This is, we call it methi, but it's I think fenugreek or something like that. This it's turmeric, right? This is the what we call as hing, Hing, very pungent kind of thing, but very important ingredient. Black pepper, salt, and then we use like brown sugar. So
Yeah, you can use the regular brown sugar.
jaggery or brown sugar or anything else too sweet. So these are all the ingredients. I think the oil is ready. So we're going to start the process now. Okay, and it just takes like 5 minutes to do that. So first I'm going to put this. And you can see that it's ready. You can start seeing it's crackling up now, So that is what shows you that it's almost ready. So I'm going to put some of that. Yep, it's ready to go. Put the cumin seeds. And then you can slow down if you want. You can keep it on less so that you don't have to rush into it because the oil is kind of ready. The most important part is the hing. So I'm going to put that. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to put the cloves. I'm going to put the curry leaves. Okay. The green peppers. And the cilantro, the bottom part of it.
Stems.
The stems for that, yeah. So we got that. I'm going to put some fenugreek. Those are bitter in taste, so it's just a little bit is good enough for that. Okay, so now that we got all the masalas in, I'm going to just let it simmer a little bit, get nicely cooked. You can give it a minute or so if you like. And there's no like specific, you don't have to wait for too long, just a little bit, and you can see that kind of simmering. I'm going to go back for the heat to normal. You can keep adjusting the heat as you like. So when you're almost ready to put other ingredients, the last thing I put here in the masala is the turmeric. So here is the turmeric powder. Because you don't want to put turmeric too early because it will get burnt otherwise. So you just want to give like few seconds for turmeric to cook in there. And then you can put the greens that you have. So I've got the greens in here. And I'll put the tomatoes. And there you go. So you're gonna saute it now and let it cook for a little bit. The last thing I'm gonna put right now is the ginger. I'm gonna grate the ginger. There you go. Okay, so this is like the phase one. Now I'm going to let it cook for maybe a couple of minutes so we can stop here. Okay, so now you can see that things are cooked it's ready for the other stuff to put in. And from here on, it's very simple. You just put the peanuts that's there and the dal, which was ready. We're going to put the dal. Okay. I've got a lot of hot water, so I'm going to put the hot water. And it has to be at least 3 times, but I normally put more because we like it a little bit more liquidy. So, and you can always adjust the water later on. And just a few last things. You want to put this, what we call as dhania jeeru. So that's like the sort of a curry powder.
Dhana jeera powder, you get it out.
Yeah, dhana jeera powder. It's called dhana jeera powder. DHANA, dhana, JIRA. Some black pepper for taste. And then the most important ingredients, salt and sugar. Salt. And salt you can add always more later on. So you just want to be conservative initially. And sugar. 2, 3. I like a little bit sweeter, so 4. That's good. And there you go. And then, of course, we had the coconut, so we put that. So it's all ready to go. And now I'm going to just close it and turn it on for 6 minutes on bean chili, 6 minutes on pressure. Okay? So that's our step. Now we'll let it cook and then we'll let it cool down for 30 minutes and then you're ready. That's pretty much it. We'll continue after it's done. Thank you. All right. We're at the last step now. So the 6 minutes cooking happened and we let it cool down. It's been 24 minutes after that. It's not completely cooled down, but we can now let it release. You know, if you have more time, you can let it do on its own. But in our case, we'll just let the steam go out so the pressure releases itself. And then we'll see how it looks inside. So this may take about, whatever, it can take a second or so, a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds. So in the meantime, I'm going to use this. It's like a traditional thing we use to stir. So I'm going to use that to mix up the dal properly, right? And then the last step will be to put this cilantro cut that we have had. I know that we might need some more sugar and salt and maybe some black pepper if you want to make it spicier. And I also like to put some ghee at the end. And again, that's optional. This is like the ghee that we kind of make at home, but you can get it from outside. Okay, so there you go. So the pressure is released and you can open it and you can see it inside now. So it's like all ready to go. I'm going to stir it with this thing. Well, first let's put the cilantro in. So let's add all the cilantro we had. So the garnish. And now I'm going to stir it up. So make it a very good mix. So it becomes like homogeneous and pretty much the dal is ready at this point in time. So this is the place where I like to taste it a little bit so that I can figure out if we need to add some more salt or whatever. It's a little bit thicker this time, so you can always add more water, and I might likely do that a little bit later. So yes, so here it is. I'm just gonna cool it and taste it. I think it's pretty okay. You can probably do a little bit salt. Not really required, but maybe a little bit salt, maybe some salt. And I like to finish it off with some ghee, half a spoon of ghee. Stir it up, and we are done with the dal. Thank you, and hope you enjoy the recipe.